Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about something I've been doing for about 6 or 8 months now, and I've got some amazing results and I wanted to pass it on to you. So most of us understand, right? Leather has a plastic coating on it. You can scrub it, you can clean it, you can use cleaners that, you know, there's Lexol out there, there's certain dedicated leather cleaners, but to be honest with you, if you've got really hammered leather, it's really dirty, those cleaners don't work. I actually use Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner on leather, completely appropriate, completely safe. I've even used super degreaser on it, completely appropriate, completely safe. If it's really, really dirty and I want to get it cleaned quickly, it's fine. You can even use a scrub brush. You've probably seen some of my leather videos before. I want to talk about leather conditioning. Listen, I'm not naive to the fact that this is coated in plastic. The only reason why I would use a conditioner, there's 2 reasons basically. One, do they provide UV protection? I guess some of them do. Some of them are great at it. Some of them are okay. Some of them don't do a darn thing. I know one thing after 26 years, keeping leather clean is far more important than anything else in the process. But you can dispute me all day, or maybe you agree with me, maybe you understand it, but that's the truth of the whole deal, is keeping it clean is far more important than anything else you can do with preserving leather. But deal with it, work it out in your head, figure it out, you'll get there. But here's, and I don't mean to be obnoxious, I love you all. But here's the deal, even after cleaning this stuff, this happens to be like this light tan, dust color leather, there's issues with leather. You know, you can make them all clean, but when we're sliding our booty in and out of these cars, whether we're getting in the car or getting out of the car, we'll start to get transfer, like dye transfer from our jeans. It will drive us nuts. We'll see some of our blue jeans start transferring onto the leather, and you got to go ahead and clean it. Another reason why I like using leather conditioners, again, I don't deceive myself. They're not conditioning anything. It's got plastic on it. I don't really know what is a conditioner for plastic. Holy crap, that's probably a 4-hour video there. But here, I just want to put some type of UV protection on it. I also want to put something on it the best of my ability to maybe limit or slow down that dye transfer from scooting ourselves in and out of these leather seats. Blue jeans really do it well. I guess, what are they, acid wash? Maybe it's the blue dye that most jean manufacturers use. It just comes off the jeans pretty easy and gets on the leather. What I've been doing for the last 6 or 8 months, and I've got great results with it, and I wanted to share it with you. Meguiar's hyper dressing. I alluded to it in one of the other videos that I did. CarPro Pearl, they make a great leather, plastic, rubber, dilutable dressing for tires and all sorts of stuff, but they also say it's fine for leather. So what I did was I reached out to Meguiar's. I actually called them, got a chance to talk to them. I asked them about using hyper dressing on leather. Again, it's got plastic coating on it, so I know it's completely safe for it. It's water, you know, you dilute it with water. I wasn't worried about whether or not it would be safe for it, but I wanted to ask them, is there any UV protectant in this hyper dressing? They told me there is. There is a little bit of UV protectant, so if that kind of helps your world out, there is some UV protection in this. But what I have seen with this stuff is it has slowed down and diminished greatly. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't work for Meguiar's. I don't know what's completely in this stuff, but I'm seeing it being able to stop, to some extent, jean transfer, dye transfer from jeans, from sliding in and out of leather. So I've been using it for 6 or 8 months, and it's working great for me. And what I do is I just use a microfiber towel, not a microfiber towel, excuse me. It's a little applicator, and I dedicate it just for this purpose, for leather and using hyper dressing. So what I'll do is I'll take my hyper dressing and spray it into this microfiber applicator, and I come in here and apply it to the leather seat all the way around, just like I was applying a leather conditioner, if that's what you wanted to put on there. And what I love about this stuff is I love the smell. It smells like grapes. It's just a great smell inside the car, and I haven't had any issues with it staining the leather. It doesn't make the leather look over glossy, over shiny. It doesn't look wet or greasy looking. And I'll apply it to the leather, and I'll just let it sit on there. And what's great about the hyper dressing is because it's not a gel, it's a sprayable formula. It's like a liquid. These perforated seats inside this, on this leather seat, that allow the air conditioning, the HVA system, to either cool down your fanny or heat up your fanny in the winter. It doesn't, you know, a gel sometimes can get stuck in those little perforated holes. Maybe you're taking a toothpick or whatever and poking them out so it doesn't get stuck inside those perforated holes. Hyperdressing won't do it. It's a liquid. It kind of stays completely saturated within this applicator, and I just come in and I simply apply it. And what I love about it, it's not overly shiny. It's not overly glossy. It doesn't, you know, black leather, sometimes if you use any type of conditioner or even a spray wax. I used to use Meguiar's synthetic spray wax on leather. It's great. Still use it. Still love it. It's wonderful. But I've just been playing with hyperdressing for the last 6-8 months, and I love what it's doing. It gives a nice scent to the inside of the car. It's completely dry to the touch. It gives me a nice crisp matte satin look to the leather. It looks fresh. It looks new. It's helping with some of the gene transfer, the dye transfer from jeans. I wanted to spread it, you know, I just wanted to kind of give you that that heads up on it. I'll put a little bit more on my applicator, and I'll do the back side of this stuff. And a little bit really does go a long way. I love it, and I love the fact that it doesn't clog up any of these perforated holes in the leather. It just, to me, it's just working out great, and I love that I get to apply it with this little applicator. It makes it really easy. I can fly around this car really, really quick, and it just makes my life easy. I love it. Works really well. Of course, I'm not applying it like I'm trying to make a video. I'd probably be a little bit more focused here and stuff, but I'm showing you how I apply it. And then what I'll do is I'll just let it, I don't think any of these things, again, it's plastic, it's not saturating into the leather, it's not doing anything like that, but I'll let it dry a little bit, let it sit on the leather for a minute or two. Maybe I'll do the other side of the seat, and then I'll come back and I'll take a microfiber and I'll just simply, you know, knock the dressing down a little bit. And what I have is leather that looks absolutely new, crisp, clean. It's dry to the touch. It's not greasy. It's not slimy. And when I use it on leather, I dilute it 3-to-1. That's kind of an important point, right? Somebody's going to ask. 3-to-1. And I only dilute this with distilled water, not tap water. I don't know if you have hard water, soft water, but I only use distilled water. I buy distilled water by the gallon at the store, and I mix it 3-to-1. 3 parts water, 1 part product. But that's what I've been doing with leather, and I've been getting great results with it for the last, 6 or 8 months. I love the way it smells. Gives a nice smell to the car. It smells like grapes. Again, it's stopping quite a bit more than some leather conditioners that I've used. Been stopping some of the gene transfer, the dye transfer from sliding in and out. Just wanted to let you know about it. It's got a great smell to it. It's not overwhelming. It's not obnoxious. It's a nice, slight grape smell to it. It doesn't linger for hours and hours inside the car. It just gives a really nice appearance to leather. I love it because now I have one bottle that I can do all the plastic trim with. I can do leather with it now. I'm not having any issues. Again, Car Pro Pearl, thank you very much. You made me think outside the box with your dressing, so I started doing it with Meguiar's hyper dressing. I called Meguiar's. There is some form of UV protection in it. They said this is not a lot. It's not a high level of UV protection. But I've got leather in my own cars that I've owned for 10, 15 years, and I typically don't ever use any type of UV protectant or conditioner on my leather. I just keep it clean. And to be honest with you, the leather's held up just fine. It doesn't fade over time. But again, the tip of cleaning leather is the most important tip I could ever give you. Keeping leather clean is more important. But that's my little simple deal with hyper dressing. I love it. I give it 2 thumbs up on leather. It's got some UV protection in it. If you're interested in that, I did reach out to Meguiar's. Again, it's not greasy. It's not slimy. I'm not worried about the stuff transferring onto people's clothes. They love the smell. It's got a nice grape scent to it. It's so easy to apply. It won't clog up any of these perforated holes in the leather. It just makes my life easier. I've also, and I'm going to make a video about it pretty soon, I got a couple more, maybe another month or two of testing. I like to test things for quite a while. I'm also using, as crazy as this sound, Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish that you use on the outside of the car, the aerosol polymer sealant. I've been using it on leather, and I've been getting some really, really great results with it. Kooky, right? Little crazy, but I'm always experimenting, always trying to learn, think outside the box. Can I use one product for multiple stuff? And Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish is working really well on leather. Again, it doesn't stain anything. I guess the only thing they tell you not to use it on is glass. But anyway, here's that simple little deal with Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. Hope that helps you out, can make you more productive, more efficient. Now you got a dressing for just about everything. Think about using it on the leather. I love it. It doesn't make it look greasy, slimy, slick. It doesn't, even on black leather, because usually even if you just put water on black leather, it'll make it shine too much. It will look too glossy. Hyper Dressing used on black leather, then knock it down with a microfiber towel. The black leather will look nice, crisp, new, matte finish, a nice grape scent. There you go, guys. I appreciate it so much. Hope that helps you out. A little experiment I've been doing for 6 or 8 months on my own vehicles. Now I'm doing it in my customers' vehicles, and they love the way it smells. They love the touch. They love the feel of it. It's not compromising the leather anyway. I appreciate it, guys. Till next time, please be safe. Love one another, and we'll see you soon.